Yes, hello, my name is Torbjörn, and I thought I come from Sweden, and I thought I make a short video about renovation of a Toyota Land Cruiser model HJ61. Here is the chassis of the car. It's removed from the frame right now. I bought it in Kenya, where I was working, from United Nations institution, and they in turn imported it from Japan. So it's a Japanese used car, and therefore it's right-hand drive. Originally it was white. I repainted it blue. Um, it has old kind of luxury equipment. At that time, the air conditioned 24-volt system, front mechanical winch, turbo, and the rear is it's not with doors. It's another model where you open upwards and downwards. The interior is beige, and it has the last model of rear axis diff. It's called K084, front diff and rear diff. I started off by removing the turbo and fixing it, and then the engine, and then I ended up removing the whole frame, chassis on the frame, and repainted the whole. I sandblasted and repainted the frame in two-component epoxy. Changed the suspension to new suspension. Before I did a spring over axis conversion, making it higher than normal. I've been renovating the front axle here, put strong metal shafts. I buy new body mounts holding the chassis. Now I'm working with the rear axis here. The diff was unfortunately full with water mixed with oil, so I had to renovate the differential because of rust. It's inside the bearings, so I buy new spare parts. This is pinion and satellites, flange, and bearings and oil seals. I buy some parts from United States, bump stops. Most parts I buy from Euro 4x4 in France and Spain. Very good for parts. I even have Swedish speaking personnel. The engine, I did complete overhaul on the block in Sweden, and then I polished all the aluminium so it looks like chrome. New alternator, new air condition compressor, and I also sent the gearbox to Holland for complete renovation. Also polishing it a little bit, so many parts are new when it's completely renovated. The total cost is for the gearbox with all the parts is around 6,000 euro, and for the engine it's about 5,000 euro. Total cost so far is around 30,000 euro, but it's just money. I expect will be double before everything is finished. I buy bolts from United States, gold-plated bolts made for like a set for HJ47, but they are very similar to my car. I also find in eBay from Australia Toyota bolts, zinc-plated, and I buy stainless steel bolts for everything. Many small parts find from Toyota, but many parts are not available anymore. It's been discontinued from Toyota, so I still have problems with finding some important parts. Like for example, the turbo. I bought a new turbo, not original. I bought from GT Turbo in Australia. It's called Grinter Extreme, and it's double capacity, very strong. And I bought intercooler also from Australia, but this oil pipe here is not original. I'd like to get original oil pipe, but cannot find it anywhere, as well as the rubber from the turbo going to the ventilation on top of the engine. That's a few parts that I cannot find. Here is the intercooler complete set, made for this model. Other spare parts here, starter engine new, brake parts and many things. I also have all the old fuel and brake and water lines here, and intend to make it all in stainless steel. I have all parts in these boxes here when I open it, and here is the winch. I have more parts, all parts I store up here, like tank and fender and hoof that I sandblasted and painted in epoxy. I also have a front bumper, special made for this car. So I started around a year ago, and most of the time I waited for parts, but now I think I get most of the important parts, so I expect to be quicker than from now on. Unfortunately, I didn't make a movie for how it looked before, but I have some pictures here from the engine before I started. Very rusty and old. Same with the chassis. I could make some pictures and post it on YouTube in another video. So before and after. I use these books. I'm not a mechanic, but I'll do my best. I use the books, and when I can't do it myself, I take help from professionals. So that's my first video. I'll post one later on when I proceed a little bit more in the work.